Our guest speaker today is Jasmine Karlovac. Jasmine graduated from the Fran Earlseville College of Nursing Accelerated Bachelor of Science program when it took a long 14 months to get done. Now you all are going to do it in 12 months. And this is at the point like when you're on a plane and if you hear, oh wait, I wasn't flying there. So if any of you were not aware that you're going to be doing this in 12 months, if they're like, okay, all right, I'm still good with this. And I have to tell you, when we went to 12 months from 14 months, I was worried that there were not going to be as many applicants. You all knocked it out of the park. So many people like, sure, sign me up. I can do it. And you know what? I know you can. Not only did Jasmine graduate in 2024 from the program with her BSN and is currently a nurse, she decided, I had one degree before the accelerated. I got that degree, and now I think I'll just get a doctor of nursing practice. And is working on that right now as a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner in that track. And if that's not enough, so she's got 2 degrees, she's working on another one, working as a nurse. She serves on the College of Nursing's Masters in Doctoral Nursing Student Association. And it's not good enough to just serve, she's president. I think you're seeing kind of a trend going here. And I know that you all are there too because you're leaders. You already have a degree and have chosen to take another step. So I know that you have those leadership capacities as well. Now Jasmine, again, that wasn't enough. So she's also the 2026-2027 president of the OU Tulsa Student Government Association. She's looking for a few more associations to be leaders of, so if you don't have some, yeah, see, she's saying. Outside of academics, and this is really cool, all of it's cool, but outside of academics, Jasmine serves on the board of directors for Third Space Society Improv, which aims to help everyone experience the power of expression and play. What a cool woman. And so and she expects to graduate in May of 2027. So with all of that, I am so pleased to introduce Jasmine to come up here and talk with you all.
Good afternoon. My name is Jasmine Karlovac, and I'm excited to be here today. Thank you to Dean Kraft and the College of Nursing for inviting me to speak to the Accelerated Bachelor of Science in Nursing class of 2027. In June of 2023, I sat where you all are right now, duly excited and terrified. If your nervous system right now wants to fight or flee, don't worry, that is normal. Today, I want you to take away 3 concepts. 1, you will get through together. 2, use active learning techniques. And 3, do things for future you. Number 1, you'll get through together. At the end of my first week of nursing school, I sat at my computer in my room, trying to navigate all the technology and get myself organized. Canvas had so many pages and links, Elsevier was confusing, and I could not hardly understand where to find deadlines. The first week of nursing school for me felt like the multiverse, everything, everywhere, all at once. I called my sister, a doctorally prepared nurse, in a panic, and I wailed,
I can't do it, it's too much.
She rushed over to my house and listened to my tailspin, and then she asked calmly, can you give it a month? And I did. I scrambled and I found peers who understood the pieces of technology that I did not understand. They helped me navigate calendars, assignments, and deadlines. In return, I helped them with things that I was good at. I want you to build those relationships early before social circles solidify. Stay after class and ask your professors thoughtful questions. Do not let the first time that you go to office hours or to student affairs be after your car's broken down, Sparky has crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and you failed a major exam. Build those connections now because you will need them and because life outside of nursing school still goes on. It's normal to be overwhelmed. Get your support support team in place now, you will make it through together. Number 2. The second concept I wish to convey to you is the importance of active learning. Okay, humor me for a teaching example. So I, Jasmine, learned the other day in class that in imaging scans of brains, that people with larger hippocampus are less likely to develop PTSD than people with smaller hippocampus. My fellow students, and whoever wants to answer, whoever's loud, which part of the brain tends to be larger in people who show greater resilience towards PTSD? The hippocampus. Thank you, Mom. Yes, the hippocampus. Okay, I know that feels really nerdy, but here. According to learning science, what you just did was retrieve information out of your working memory and help store it into long-term memory. This is a type of active learning technique. Because you did that, you are now much more likely to remember this concept later this evening, tomorrow, and even next week than if I had not prompted you to retrieve that information out. Now what I want to say to you all is to say, please read the book, Make It Stick, The Science of Learning. But you are already 1 week into nursing school, and now none of you have time for that. However, I do want you to go and log into your Lecturio account and find the Nursing Study Skills class by our NCLEX Whisper, the closest person nursing has to a superhero, Dr. Rhonda Laws. Do this ASAP. What she's going to explain in greater detail is the ideas from Bloom's taxonomy, where there is a ladder of learning. The lowest form of learning is remembering. Above remembering is understanding, and then applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. I bring this up because things like reading and highlighting may feel productive, but the evidence shows that they are not effective. Now, of course, you have to have an initial experience of listening, reading, or watching a video to get exposure to the content originally. But then you have to find ways to apply, analyze, evaluate, and create with that information. I did this with practice questions and spaced repetition. I also bring up active learning because technology is changing everything. I want you to use every tool available to you. But do not let these tools do your thinking for you. Technology should make you more efficient, but it should not replace your brain. Because if all you do is ask technology for answers, then you never get past remembering. And those higher levels of learning I spoke of, like applying, analyzing, and evaluating information, that is where nursing lives. For instance, when a patient's oxygen saturation drops suddenly, there's no time to look up basic physiology then. You must spend the time now to lay a strong foundation so you can critically think under pressure. Now please humor me again for another example. So 2 different people get stuck in an elevator for 5 hours. The first person is frustrated. They're going to miss their appointments for the day, whereas the second person walks away panicked and forever terrified of small spaces. This broken elevator event leaves this first person inconvenienced and the second person traumatized. Students and your audience, what part of the brain is potentially enlarged in the first person compared to the second person? Thank you. Very good. You've once again strengthened that neural network associating the hippocampus with both resilience and trauma. You are doing active learning. And you will learn more about active learning and how to use it in conjunction with spaced repetition when you log on to your Lecturio to learn from the woman, the myth, the legend, Dr. Rhonda Laws. My third and final concept I want to impart to you is do things for future you. I want you to be able to differentiate the difference between self-soothing and self-care. Self-soothing is coping strategies that make you immediately feel good. A hot shower, a tasty snack, a cozy blanket, etc. Self-soothing can also be things like doom scrolling or a margarita. Self-soothing is fine in moderation, but it is not self-care. I define self-care as boring stuff. Boring stuff like getting adequate sleep. Boring stuff like moving your body a couple times a week to get some endorphins. Boring stuff like eating food with nutritional value more often than not. Self-care looks like clearing your schedule and mitigating as much outside responsibility as you can for the next 12 months. Self-care includes studying today so tomorrow is less stressful. Self-care is that boring stuff that does not necessarily give you that dopamine rush, but it sets you, future you, up for success. So I'm telling you that when you are exhausted and your brain feels fried and you have the choice to do the nighttime revenge procrastination and binge 5 episodes of the new season of The Pit, or do your boring sleep hygiene and get adequate sleep, make the choice that will most help future you. One last question. Which part of the brain's variation in size has been found to affect incidence of PTSD? Good luck, and I'll see you at graduation. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to invite Josh Davis, Executive Director of Student Affairs at OU Tulsa, to the podium.